everyone to Let's Play Dominions for Thrones of Ascension with me, BrainBoy 20. When we last left off, we had just started the gameplay segment of this, and now we're going to continue with our territorial expansion, magical research, the renaming of several commanders, and otherwise. But first, let's start off with the battle. In the land of our lord. We go to view battle. I won't show off all the independent battles. Ooh. Can I? Oh, that's how that works. Okay. I can just use the arrow keys. That's just much better. I don't know if this was a victory or a loss. Although there seems to be a lot more than 30. And let's speed things along, because I don't think we're doing well here. Okay, we barely won that one. Thank goodness. What did we lose to? Heavy infantry. They killed our serfs, but they couldn't kill off the Huskarls and their glamour ability, which is nice. I think we're going to need to send Gunnar back. Yeah, hang on. How many did we lose? We lost 9, they lost 44. We didn't lose a single villain, we lost 2 Huskarls, 1 Herdman, 6 Serf Warriors, bringing our total down to outrageously small. As much as I would love to remain here, I'm probably going to have to send these gentlemen back. Speaking of which, I'm going to probably have to bid for Victor. He demands 15 gold. I will raise that up to... I'll raise that up to 20. You'll need about 5 more gold to outbid most nations. As he cuts his price in half if you've worked with him before as a form of payment, which is nice. Quick Spears, what are you? Amory commands 20 men and demands 100 no. How about no? That's almost too absurd. But Victor will remain here. Gunnar is going to return back to the main post because he has some stuff to acquire. Oh, sort. Actually have to test this. R. That is recruitment. Okay, there we go. So that's how renaming works. We're gonna go quickly through and just do some quick renaming. It's first come, first serve if anyone's interested in getting a named commander in this. And the first dwarf is Riley Kilgore. Have fun being nothing more than a researcher and item construction worker. Item construction worker. As we have no serfs remaining here, all the serfs fled to this territory, the cowards, but I guess they can remain. We're going to have to acquire some more troops, but these guys will automatically default to sneaking because they're all stealthy units. Or all the stealthy units are all that remains. And while I could send Victor the villain to go commit suicide... I don't trust that. I'm gonna move Victor over because I don't care if I suicide a mercenary, even though I am paying for him. But if that area is truly free of units, that's amazing. Anyway, recruit units. You're taking one other turn before you pop in. I will probably recruit another dwarf. You can only recruit one... Oh, never mind. They removed that limit. That is nice to know. I will recruit another dwarf, because dwarves are apparently extremely good magic researchers. Hagadrots are actually better. My apologies for being outright wrong. Okay. And I'll buy a few Valkyrie, sorry. I was corrected that it actually is Valkyrie, unlike what I had previously thought. Oh, and you need 10 to start having unrest reduction? That's new. Alright. How much does it take for anything else? I can't find out, but I will take this much so I can reduce unrest by 1 per month, so I can start getting these guys to be useful production structures. Similarly, I'll do the same thing here, which will wipe out all my gold supply. Isn't life grand? Hopefully we can take this over, we'll be good. But with these guys getting 1 reduction per month, I think we'll be fine. As for research, I know we're about to technically finish some magic research, not magic item treasury. That's a little new thing that they did that it's weird, coming from Dominions 3. Because in Dominions 3, if you wanted to bother with magic research and otherwise, you would always right-click a laboratory, and it'd automatically bring this up. And taking that away is just a bit jarring for me, but I'll make do. Research. 10 RP left for enchantment, so I'm probably going to move some research away from here. I would love these ritual spells just so I can start animating some dead, even on the front lines with my commander, as these spells are both really good in combat, and the out-of-combat reanimation spell will allow me to get some troops that I don't have to pay for. I would actually like to take you away, and I'm going to boost up 5 in construction, because I'm going to go into construction right afterwards, and try to rush construction of lesser magic items, because those are generally better. Then again, once again, they might have changed a few things around. Oh well. And before I forget, Gunnar actually has a new name. Is a famous person cannot be renamed. Never mind, I was not aware that you cannot rename famous people. Okay, looks like, Zach, you're going to have to wait until I get actual commanders. Which Hangadrot is probably going to become Zach, because I had promised that he would be one of the main frontline commanders, and the Hangadrot's also going to probably be my prophet? At least that's my plan. And by the way, if I look at this, I can't reduce it anymore. Patrol strength. Okay. It's at least nice that they're giving you numbers for this. Beforehand, what I would usually do is in area, like, I would usually go up to 20 or so, just so I know that there's a good chance that they'll find scouts and otherwise. At least this is nice. Unrest reduction of 2 per month. Not like there's going to be any unrest here. Anyway, without further ado, let us end our turn, as I don't think there's anything else I can possibly do. Research and enchantment is complete. Oh, it's complete. We lost. We might as well see my failure. Also, that scout is fired. What? Okay, Trask the Wizard, Liquid Body, Adept Researcher. Jesus. There's the Minotaur Recuperation. I've not seen that. Heals Afflictions. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna super speed this game. We so clearly lost this. I thank you for that. Thank you. Rimmer the Hangadrot, you're going to be renamed. You're going to be renamed so hard to Zach. Gunnar. I would have Zach do automatic research, but I'm going to have him do one thing first. Not preach the teachings of my god, but become my prophet. Bure? It's not you're a liar and a fraud. You little... I don't even know what's hiding them. But you can't notice the enemies for any reason whatsoever, and we got screwed because of it. And so I thank you. At least this one has higher income, so we can start getting our income up, so our upkeep isn't murdering us. Anyway, now we're going to start moving some troops around. Because I would rather have Zach have armies. Gunnar will be just a support caster. Who are you? Heardman. And you are just a serf. Congratulations. Go die in a fire. Okay, what is your morale bonus and how many squads are optimal for you? Your morale tells me. Friendly Dominion bonus. No, it does not. Your leadership tells me. +2 for up to 4 squads, and he can command a ton of undead beings. Before I forget, research, max level research and construction. It takes 50 to get to the second level, which I just briefly noticed. So Zach is going to become the prophet. Before I forget, I need to move around some of these troops. The Valkyries are going to be back here. Box formation. I don't feel like doing any line formations or anything fancy like that, because I don't truly understand the benefits. I'll move these frontliners up. Herdmen will equally move up, but they're not going to be in any actual combat. The Serf will be a bodyguard. Guard commander. I'm going to set these battle orders for what I usually do with Valkyries, because they have flying. Move far distances and may cross enemy land without restrictions. Seas cannot be crossed by flying and still require a full move to enter or exit. Flyers are also able to launch quick attacks on archers and commanders in battle. Flying units are very good at patrolling your lands. They're also very difficult to besiege and will have an advantage when besieging others. Valkyries are female veneer. Yada yada yada. We've already read this. I don't know why I'm reading it to you again. What I like doing is having them hold and attack the rearmost enemies, as that usually means the enemy commanders. The hold order, I think, makes the units wait 2 turns, and then they'll attack the rearmost enemy. Although I think I'll actually have them attack enemy archers, as that might be a bit easier for them to understand, because the AI was a little bit weird and would teleport in on the melee troops, which is something I don't want these guys doing. Because while they do have glamour and fairly high attack skills and otherwise, I don't exactly trust them. These other guys can just charge the nearest enemy, which is their entire point. I guess while Gunnar is here, I can actually have him cast some ritual spells, mostly just reanimating. Unless, if I have a forge magical item, no, you can only cast the Skull Talisman. Yeah, cast ritual spell. I just want you to cast reanimation for a few turns. In the meantime, we will also continue recruiting units. Now I just want to recruit a bunch of Herdmen, as I would prefer to have a smaller army of elites, as this faction slash race favors that more, in my opinion. And we'll get a few Huskarls. Oh, that was just resources that we ran out of, right? Yeah. That's still not good, mind you, but... well, that means I can use the gold elsewhere. Can I recruit? What can I recruit here? Nothing of value. And equally nothing of value, but I can still recruit. Then again, oh, I was going to say you had a fair amount of resources. Turns out I'm completely wrong here. I mean, I guess I could get some archers, because this group tends to lack ranged weapons, and I'll just recruit a small batch of archers here. And maybe if this takes a bit to get some troops together, I might send Gunnar down here to collect some army units. Maybe. Well, if I'm going to be doing this, I might as well see if I can recruit another captain. I could recruit another... I guess that actually isn't that bad. Like, if I remove this recruitment... 5 gold off. If I ditch you, I can recruit another Svartalf, and that'll be good for magic research. So I might as well. And eventually casting tons of spells, plus I can also... What magic spells did he get? Because I know he gets random spells. I know... okay, so I think he got the blood magic, but they also start off with 2 in air and... yeah. So all he got was the blood magic, nothing more. That's actually kind of disappointing, really. Oh well. I guess we shall end our turn and continue waiting, because I've got nothing else to do. Proclamation from Helheim. Zachary Hangadrot shall hereby be known as the prophet of Alyssa Deathwind. Alright, let's set some more army up. And here's the problem with undead. You will join the front lines then, so we can keep the double morale bonus. Undead, while they have no morale effect, and I would love to cancel out this morale effect so I don't need it, because I clearly don't actually need it. You guys will continue joining the frontliners. I clearly don't... yeah. Hang on, I have to stop for a moment and pause and think exactly of what I was going to say there. One of the problems with resurrecting undead is that all these units are differently statted, and as such, I can't actually determine, like, you can't just double-click and select all of them, which sucks. And so it's annoying to get them all in one squad, but after you do all this stuff, I think he's actually getting to a fairly decent unit size. 52 units, 4 squads. We're gonna do a little bit more ritual spells. Reanimation on both of them, and we'll continue acquiring some more troops. Specifically, I'd like to acquire some more Valkyries before we move on. More Valkyries. Herdman. Sure. We'll continue increasing our host. And then I don't really have much more gold, so I might as well improve province defenses, if I've got nothing else to buy, of course. Then again, we have mercenaries. Demands. Like, I will attempt to bid for them. Rexor commands 40 men and demands 150 pounds of gold. I'll give you 115. Why not? Anyway, let's end our turn. No reason to keep waiting. Turns will start going by much faster. A research construction is complete. Reanimations have been cast. And Sigurd, the news of Vartolf, who has 1 level of fire magic and gains fire resistance as a result. Alright, Zach. Army set up. Get all the undead in one squad. You might also notice that I'm casting reanimation and stuff like that without any corpses existing in my empire, or in my main area. You can just do that. It really does not matter it really doesn't matter if you have corpses in a region or not. Because this only deals with unburied corpses, not the buried corpses, of which there's theoretically infinite. Anyway, Zach, now leading a massive force, is going to launch an assault against this location. Gunnar will go and assist him. Gunnar, I would actually like you. I'm going to set some battle orders for you. Cast spells. Actually, clear orders. I want you to cast a specific spell. I want you to cast Blessing. Because I'm not entirely certain that you will cast Blessing early on enough, and I'm going to place you specifically inside the Valkyries. So you will cast Blessing not on just... Is that single target? Don't tell me it's single target. I don't think I can check. I don't think I can. Let me check if there is a way to check this stuff, because this is actually kind of important. Delete. Used to bless a priest or a group of sacred warriors. Blessed units receive increased morale and additional powers if their god is powerful enough to claim a divine title. So, area of... Okay, it is an area of effect spell. And it should affect the sacred units here, so yeah, continue casting Blessing. So hopefully with this army we can easily take this area over and take over the surrounding land so our resources start flowing in. And as you can see, our upkeep is really caught up with our treasury, and the income is not increasing to compensate for this, so we really need to keep taking areas. And our domain is spreading, which also starts revealing neighboring lands, which is great. However, without further ado, let us do some more recruitment. Mounted Herdman. No, actually, Hellherding is one of the other troops that I'd love to recruit tons of, but I believe these guys were extremely... Yeah, these guys are extremely expensive. I'm going to recruit maybe 2 of them. So I'm just going to stick to doing some more elite frontline troops. And 1 serf. And these 2 gentlemen will continue researching. Let us end our turn and see what happens. Oh, and he is my priest and prophet. As such, he is a priest level of 3 automatically. And if my prophet dies, I can always select a new one. There's a battle in Rephibolia, an unexpected event has occurred in the land of our lord. Vengeful Crone has cursed the land, misfortune +3. Thank you for that. Let's view this battle. This should at least be interesting. The new undead horde, which is behind our main army line, which I completely forgot to set up because those guys are supposed to be in the front lines. These guys are blessed, right? Yes, good. And now our front line meets theirs. Let me know if these sound effects are too loud. I think they are. But we see the Valkyries at work. And do they kill off the entire enemy force? And they effectively just teleport spam. Teleporting from enemy to enemy to continually murder them. This is why I love the Valkyries so much. So let's see, what did we lose here? We lost 3 long deads and 3 surf warriors. Alright. Good enough for a mistake that we made. An unexpected battle in the land of our lord. Let's see, did Zach make it into the top 15? No, he didn't. Army set up. Long deads, get out to the front lines where you belong. Viewer, I forgot to move you. Not like that matters that much. There is another thing I'd actually like to do. Since we're here, and we have a fair amount of gold now, how do we get this much gold? Is this really worth that? Wow. Is that really worth that much? Item Misfortune 3 does a ton of random events, and the events are almost never good as a result. How are we getting so many supplies all of a sudden? Or did we just save up? I think we saved up. Hello, regardless. Zach, I want you to search this place for magic sites, considering you have a very high magic level in both Death, Air, and Priestly levels, and you might reveal something interesting. In the meantime, Gunnar, I actually want you to construct a building. Not fortresses or palisades, I want you to build a temple. And we'll use the rest of our funds to continue recruiting units. I'm gonna get another Zartalth just because they're relatively cheap and provide a lot of magic research to compensate. Some more Herdmen. And that'll be it for now. And we shall end our turn. Research and construction is completed. Construction has finished. And as such, I don't know what else. I don't know what I intend to research next. Is there anything really particularly good, like tons of air magic? Oh, death magic. There's Air Shield Twist Fate. Okay, so that's what Twist Fate does. Negates the first successful strike against the caster. A skeletal body and Hand of Death. What is skeletal body? That's certainly interesting, considering our magic deals. I might just go a bit into alteration. Conjuration. I suppose I could also get Black Servant and Curse, unless there's something better. I don't have a lot of arcane magic, so there's not much of a reason to go into this. We've already done a level of enchantment, so maybe, just maybe, doing some more enchantment would be great. I know I could do this in 2 turns, but I'm going to do it in 2 turns either way. No magic site has been found. Unexpected event in the land of our lord has occurred. Locust swarms are eating the crops and causing widespread panic. Thank you for that, game. Thankfully, the province defense will naturally decrease unrest, and we have a new temple here. We didn't find any magic site whatsoever, and we know what's here, so I'm going to send these armies to try to take it from them, because I'd very much like access to whatever magic site's there that would produce the mage. In the meantime, Muir is going to move out in this direction, because we already found one of our first opponents, who just happens to be right on our doorstep. How did I miss this? We're against the Amazonians. How did I miss this? I'm not paying attention whatsoever. Mainly horsemen and archers. I have to send my prophet back down here soon. Well, I guess with our current treasury, I can double the province defense. Enough so that if they try to assault me, I can at least hold them off a little bit. I'm gonna get a commander of Van Her, Surf Warrior, and a bunch of militia units. I think it'd be wiser to send my army back over. In the meantime, I will continue recruiting probably some Huskarls. And there's not much of a reason to recruit you guys. Well, you guys do throw javelins. You both throw javelins? Of course you do. With the enough resources I've got, I'll recruit some Huskarlers as some skirmishers. And we'll continue building up an army here so that when these guys eventually return, we can send off a small force to assault them. And for set, welcome to the front. You have more death magic than you do earth magic. That is great. Out of curiosity, magic item forging, what do we gain? Trinkets, which I'm guessing is the first level. We gain Smasher as a second level. Where's earth magic 2? Main gauche parrying, which grants counter-strike, I believe. I don't know if we can actually see. Okay, Star of Heroes, breaks armor. Dwarven Hammer. That's the... Okay, so that's the item I was interested in. The Dwarven Hammer is a very useful item that you can get early on. What this item does is I believe it reduces the gem cost to produce magic items. And that's useful because if you start producing tons of magic artifacts for your commanders to carry into battle with them, to basically become small, extremely powerful combatants by themselves, the Dwarven Hammer will give you a cost reduction of like 25%, which will save you a ton of gems in the long run, especially if you're short on supplies. Unfortunately, we can't even craft one yet. Baneblade, it's a very useful sword. And it's a single-handed weapon. I might be able to give that to one of my knights, or one of the commanders that I have. The Rod of the Leper King allows a person to summon more undead, or at least control more undead. There's a bunch of two-handed weapons here. Lightning Rod, it's useful for the Corpseman construction spell, but I don't think we have that yet. Halberd of Might, physically increases the strength of the wielder. Hammer of the Mountains, very powerful. Baneblade is an upgraded version of the Baneblade here for the one-handed. And then the Black Bow of Botulf. And they get feeble-minded if they're struck by it. And we get the Lead Shield, very heavy and enchanted to protect the wearer from hostile magic. Horror Helm, which gives someone fear in melee combat. No lesser magic items for the armor. Boots of the Behemoth, where the boots unleashes their power and charges the enemy ranks, he can just crush people beneath them. Grants Trample, which I don't actually know off the top of my head. The Boots of Giant Strength, which just increases the strength of the wearer, which increases their melee strikes. And then a bunch of lesser magic items for this person. Bracers of Protection, which increases the protection of the wearer. Lodestone Amulet, protection from magical attacks. Pebble Pouch, rather nondescript pouch made from cursed Jotun skin. The Pebble Pouch's power will be revealed when the user withdraws one of the pebbles that lies inside the pouch. Once the pebble is withdrawn, it will grow in size to a large boulder ready to be thrown. This item can only be used by those of giant size and strength. Cat's Eye Amulet. Amulet in the shape of a cat's face set with 2 cat's eye stones and properly enchanted. The stones give the wearer dark vision and increases stealth ability. Amulet is popular amongst thieves and murderers. The opposite. No, that was you. We're going to have you construct magic items. What is different about you? Really? Nothing different? No, there's something different about you. I think he just gets a different weapon. Because I know that there's no... No, he can create the dwarf... No, he's too... Oh! Okay. I did not know that. So this shows all possibilities? Or does it just show all the possibilities you can potentially forge amongst your people? As such, I'm just looking through this stuff. Sigurd, what can you forge? Okay, so for some reason it shows me the dwarven hammer, but I can't forge it. You can produce fire weapons, but we don't have any fire gems, so it's kind of pointless to even talk about this yet. You get the dragon helmet, which gives fire resistance, and otherwise, you get the fire in a jar. Alright, enough of this stuff. We have been wasting a lot of time. Where are we in the turn? I've already spent all my cash. You guys are moving. We were just checking through research, and I will end the turn. Ooh, someone attacked me. No, that's we just attacked someone else. Research and alteration is completed. I'm gonna view the research really quick, because you just finished that up. And we'll go back to enchantment research. And before I continue doing anything else, I want to check how much time I have remaining, because I didn't check what time I started this. And wow, turns go fast. So aside from that, I'm not going to show you the battle just yet. This will be the last independent fight I show, unless a particularly interesting one occurs. And with that, on that note, we're going to end the episode here. Hope you've all enjoyed watching. This has been BrainBoy 20 with Let's Play Dominions 4, and I am signing off. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.